Hello guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back. So guys, today I'm going to cover in this particular topic that very simple content that a topic that what do you mean by NoSQL database? Okay, you must know as a tester, as an automation engineer, and what exactly these companies like Facebook, Google, Walmart, Amazon, LinkedIn, Twitter, what kind of database they are using. And these days, like from last 3 4 years, I would say the NoSQL database is very popular in the market. And what is the purpose of NoSQL database? Why it is different from SQL database? And okay, the typical relational database we have Oracle and MySQL servers, right? So today we will. I'll just give you basic introduction and what basic idea about it. That okay, what do you mean by NoSQL database? Okay, maybe some of the people like any of you may be aware about it. That okay, what do you mean by NoSQL database? But I have seen a lot of people, they are not aware about that. What do you mean by NoSQL database, and what is the purpose of NoSQL database? Maybe they are using in your company, but what is the purpose? Why we are using NoSQL database? What is the actual advantage and what is the actual purpose of NoSQL database? Right. So let's start. Guys, first of all, database, as we know that okay, database is used to store the data. So whatever the data you have, let's say take an example of Facebook. Whatever data you have, your images, your pictures, your videos, your friend details, your complete information about your news feed and everything that we are storing in a somewhere in the database. Now database, it can be two types, like it can be a SQL database or it can be a NoSQL database. So in SQL database, we know that okay, we have typical, this is a SQL database and we have typical rows and columns are available just like an Excel file, right? We have number of rows are available and we have number of columns are available. So typical a particular table and schema we will create. Let's see, this is an employee table. We have different columns are available and different data will be stored in this particular table. So this is a typical SQL database. I would say a typical SQL DB. SQL DB, it can be your maybe Oracle. It can be your right MySQL server. Okay, any SQL server or MySQL server or Oracle database. These are SQL databases, right? But if you heard about that, what do you mean by NoSQL database? What are different NoSQL databases? If you heard about that, MongoDB, Cassandra, DataStax, CouchDB, Neo4j, right? Oracle also, they have released their own database, that is NoSQL database they have released. Okay, Apache HBase. Okay, Google Big Data. Okay, Google Big Table, Hadoop. Okay, guys, so these are the NoSQL databases are available in the market. Then what is the purpose of NoSQL database? Right? The best purpose of the I would say advantages of, first of all, what is NoSQL database? See guys, NoSQL database is used for different purpose. Okay, NoSQL database is a very smart database where we can store the data in the form of graphs. First of all, let's see, in the form of simple graphs also, the data is getting stored not in the form of rows and columns. In NoSQL database means there is no rows and no columns. Okay, very straightforward definition. No rows, no columns. Okay, so data is available in the form of graphs, in the form of key and value pair format. Okay, simple key and value pair format. Simple, or data can be stored in the form of a column database. Simple columns you are creating and you just simply storing the data into it. Okay, in the form of columns and column families. Okay, in the form of document means you are storing the value in the form of JSON or XML. Okay, but no SQL means there is no rows and columns together, just like in, okay, in SQL database. So this is NoSQL database. Okay, this is NoSQL database. But what is the advantage over SQL database? See guys, 7 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back, we had Oracle having the monopoly and MySQL servers, typical SQL servers we have to hit the SQL queries and select command, update command, delete command, create command that we have to use. But there are some disadvantages with respect to latest technologies, latest market, that we have. Amazon is there, let's see, Facebook is there, and we always want that okay, Facebook application is up and running. We always that okay, whenever any new changes are there, we are going to deploy it on the Facebook server or Amazon server or walmart.com. In that case, obviously, we have to make sure that okay, we don't need any downtime, we don't need any complex system, we don't need any expensive hardware configuration, which always need in SQL databases. Okay, so that's why NoSQL data came into the picture. The data you are storing in a very systematic way, but very in a very non-complex way. Okay, I would say like that. Okay, data is getting stored maybe in simple key and value pair format, in simple document in JSON and XML format. So for the retrieval of the data and writing the data into the database will be very easy. But in SQL database, the maintenance is so high. If you want to change any small changes in your database schema, or if you want to add a new column, the entire system that you have to, okay, you have to deploy the entire database, you have to deploy the entire schema that you have to deploy. But in these cases, there are so many advantages with NoSQL database. So I would say advantages of NoSQL database. So the biggest advantage is the better scaling. Okay, guys, better scaling means it's always scaled. Okay, the availability point of view, scaling point of view, it's very easy to maintain. Okay, it's very cheaper. Okay, cheaper as compared to Oracle or as compared to MySQL servers. It's better, significantly cheaper as compared to NoSQL data, as compared to SQL databases. Okay, and there is no schema. I would say less schema. Okay, in typical SQL database we have to design, okay, these number of columns will be there, this is a typical size of that particular table, and we have to define, okay, these number of columns will be there, and the schema we have to define, okay, that for this particular name, varchar we have to define, for age integer we have to define, for salary we have to define some other data type. Okay, the complete schema, indexes and everything we have to define, okay, in SQL database. But here I would say it's very schema less. Okay, less schema, or I would say schema less, or maybe very partial schema concept we are using in NoSQL database. So biggest headache to maintain the schema, okay, or while creating the database. Okay, so while creating a database, schema is the biggest challenge in SQL database. So, but in NoSQL database, no need to maintain such kind of headache. Okay, no need to maintain schema and all those stuff. Okay, so schema less databases these are. Fourth one, I would say less management. We don't need any dedicated guy that who is handling the entire thing and dedicated team for that. So less management in terms of these databases are so smart, okay, that automatically we don't need any dedicated team. We don't need any dedicated person, or we don't need any such kind of tools and technologies, and we don't need to spend so much amount of time to maintain these kind of systems. Okay, these systems are automatically smart enough that if you want to deploy anything at the runtime, so without shutting down the server, you can deploy it, okay, on the production itself. Okay, so there are so many advantages with respect to NoSQL databases. Apart from that, cheaper hardware. It doesn't need any very expensive hardware or something. Okay, so I would say cheaper hardware. Okay, so cheaper hardware, that means we don't need any expensive databases or expensive servers that we need to get. Let's say I'm working in a startup company. I opened my startup company, and if I maintain some SQL database, I need to let's say 12 database servers I need to maintain. So I need some very expensive VMs or very expensive data machines. Okay, in that case, but in the case of NoSQL databases, like it's very easily can be deployed, easily can be configured, easily can be. We don't need any some expensive databases in that case. Okay, and that systematic data, I would say systematic data, or maybe simple format of data we can store. Okay, it means heterogeneous data we can store in this particular NoSQL databases. So guys, these are the very best advantages of NoSQL database. Okay, now I would say what are the different other advantages with respect to NoSQL databases, that let's see, today Facebook is there, or maybe Amazon is there, so they have changed some attribute in the or they want to add some extra column, or they want to add some extra information about that particular product, let's say electronics item or something like that. So let's see, one TV is there. Okay, this particular TV, okay, or maybe electronics item in this particular mobile is having different attributes. Okay, it's having, let's say, around, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 attributes are there. Okay, for this particular mobile phone, iPhone is there. Let's see that, okay, what is the color, what is the RAM, what is the 12 megapixels, and some other information about the, okay, this is a rate and this is a 64 GB or 128 GB, and different attributes we have defined, the description we have defined. Let's see, tomorrow for this same product I want to add some other, okay, one more, and let's see, three more, okay, attributes for this particular, okay, mobile phone. So without downtime, okay guys, so without downtime, or if you want to manipulate this particular data also, and without downtime, you can do that. Okay, easily you can do that. Simple, in the form of REST API you can call, and in the form of simple, you can call the APIs and to update this particular thing. Simple, call the APIs. Whatever the REST API or SOAP based API you have written, you can just update the attributes. You can update a data also. Okay, so if you want to change anything in the form of different attributes of that particular table, of that particular product, okay, of that particular data, and the specific number of data also you want to change, let's see, iPhone 3 to iPhone 5 or iPhone 5 to iPhone 8, you want to change, so without downtime, okay, you can do that with the help of simple, very straightforward API. You need to update, and it will, okay, it will be updated into the database, in the NoSQL database. So that is the biggest advantage, guys. Okay, so data manipulation is one of the advantage. Consistency, another advantage is that it is very consistent, right? So let's see, Facebook application, they are using the news feed. Okay, so consistent point of view, that it depends on product. Some, like MongoDB is there. Okay, it's a very high configurable, okay, database system, but it's a very simple configuration. That consistency point of view, it's always available. The availability and the scaling point of view, it is always and always available. For the fast retrieval and write, guys, first of all, the most important thing is that, let's see, today Amazon.com is there. Internally they are using MongoDB, or they are using Cassandra. Facebook is using Cassandra internally somewhere. In that case, to retrieve the latest information about the product, right, and thousands of millions of users are hitting that particular product. So fast retrieval, okay, how immediately, how faster you are giving the data to the customer, okay, that is called fast read and write operation. So fast read and write operation point of view, guys, this is one of the biggest advantage with NoSQL database. This thing is very slow, okay, this thing is very slow in SQL databases. Okay, the lot of maintenance that you have to perform, lot of other high level, high configuration and instances that you have to create in SQL databases. But in the form of APIs, in the form of fast read and write operation you want to perform, let's say I want to update any 1,000 products at a time, immediately you can do that. So it's, or fast retrieval means, let's see, I would say another example, let's see, Facebook.com, let's see, Walmart.com or Amazon, all the e-commerce companies, I would say, in India as well as in US, all the US based and Indian based e-commerce companies, they are using NoSQL databases in their backend. Okay, so these are the biggest advantages. And NoSQL database, it's simple, stores the value in the form of graphs. Okay, a typical graph is what? Graph is as a typical data structure. They're using the graph storage. They're using the either key and value pair format. Key, maybe key is simple. Let's see, the product name is iPhone. So name is the key, value is iPhone. Simple like that. Camera is equal to 12 megapixels. So camera is the key and 12 megapixel is the value. Simple key and value pair format data we are storing. Okay, in the form of column families. For a typical column, we are storing the complete data into it. Okay, so obviously it will be, it will improve the read consistency. Okay, we are storing the data in the form of document. In fact, the JSON and XML also we can directly store. Okay, so there is no rows and columns that primary key and foreign key we have to create, or the static key, or I mean unique key or candidate key that we have to create. Okay, and SQL joins we have to perform in NoSQL database. There are no SQL joins, nothing. Okay, no data dependency. Okay, that this particular data is dependent on this particular data or something like that. It's nothing like that. Okay, the redundancy of the data will be very much improved in NoSQL databases, and the way we are storing the data into NoSQL database, it's amazingly good as compared to SQL database. Why? Because we are using these kind of data structures to store the data. Okay, now let's talk about, there are some what types of different types of databases are NoSQL databases are available in the market. So for graphs, I would say, so okay, so this is like kind of graphs. We have very I mean, they might ask you at a time of interview, and for knowledge point of view, we have different databases. One is that Titan, okay, Titan, and guys, Neo4j. Okay, Neo4j is graph based. Neo4j and Titan, these are graph based, although these are very not much popular. But some of the companies internally they are using. Let's see, Facebook also using, I think, somewhere Neo4j and Titan. Okay, or some banking application internally they are using Neo4j and Titan. Okay, key value database point of view, we have Amazon. They have created their own database that is called DynamoDB. If you have heard about it, okay, the DynamoDB is there. Okay, so DynamoDB is there for, that is provided by Amazon. Okay, DynamoDB is there, key value pair format. Cassandra is there. Okay, Cassandra will be used by, is getting used by Walmart. Okay, Flipkart is also using. Okay, somewhere Facebook is also using Cassandra. Twitter is also using. Okay, Twitter is also using Cassandra, and if you heard about LinkedIn also using Cassandra, and MongoDB both. Okay, so these companies are using this, and Oracle also released their own key value pair format, a NoSQL database. Okay, because Oracle has seen the market, and now Oracle, the risk with Oracle that okay, most of the companies they are moving to NoSQL database, and the market of the Oracle SQL database is getting down. In that case, Oracle recently, I mean 2 years back, they released their own Oracle's NoSQL database that is called, I think, Berkeley database. Oracle Berkeley database. Okay, so that is provided by Oracle. So first one is Amazon DynamoDB is there, if you heard about it. Okay, and then Cassandra is there, which is used by all these companies. Okay, apart from that, we have a column database. Okay, column database, that if you heard about Apache HBase. Okay, Apache HBase is there, and Google Big Table is also there. Google Big Table, which is provided by Google itself. Google also created their own NoSQL database. So I'm giving you, there are so many n number of NoSQL databases available, but I'm giving you some very best examples like that. Okay. Now document based databases, like if you heard about CouchDB, Couchbase database is there. If you heard about MongoDB, guys, MongoDB is also used by Facebook, Twitter. Okay, MongoDB is used by Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Walmart. Okay, and Flipkart also they are using. Twitter is also using. LinkedIn is also using. Okay, MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB stores the value in the form of document, in the form of JSON. Okay, but Cassandra, all e-commerce companies they are using Cassandra. I would say most of the e-commerce company they are using Cassandra. Why? Because in e-commerce application we need fast retrieval of the data. We need its performance of the application should be very very fast, because maybe Thanksgiving Day or Christmas shopping or New Year shopping or Diwali shopping, you are hitting the server, and the server has to give the data to the customer, and millions of records are coming, and millions of records are, okay, customers are reading at the same time. So in that case, e-commerce application they are using Cassandra for that. And Cassandra, guys, is always key value database. Okay, we store the value in the form of key and value. So you can take these kind of examples. Okay, all these examples you can take. Okay, and yeah, Amazon DB, these things are using. Okay, some other database like IBM is also there. Okay, and IBM also they have released there. If you heard about Cloud Ant, they have released about Oracle NoSQL database. I have already told you. Okay, so Memcache is also there. So there are so many NoSQL databases are there. Some startups they have built up and everything. Okay, these kind of NoSQL databases and all. So guys, these are the very best examples of NoSQL database. Okay, if you take the perfect stack of Facebook, they use their email search, Facebook, not email search, their news feed search, their photo uploading, everything they are using for photo uploading, and different technologies they are using different databases, NoSQL databases. In fact, Facebook is using SQL databases also for all your friend information, all your user information. They use Oracle SQL database, but their news feed, their other settings and privacy information, okay, or their latest feed on your wall, they are using internally Cassandra and MongoDB. Okay, Google is using Bigtable. Google is using Hadoop and Bigtable and HBase. Okay, Google is using these kind of things. LinkedIn is having their own. If you heard about LinkedIn, so LinkedIn is using their own hundred of millions of read and writes they are performing on their wall. Okay, so LinkedIn and Twitter is also, all the Twitter tweets are coming and all those things at the runtime. Okay, they are using, especially LinkedIn is using Voldemort. Okay, Voldemort NoSQL database is used by LinkedIn. Okay, so guys, this is just for your knowledge point of view that okay, these are the databases are used by, okay, these guys. I'll give you the complete Facebook stack. Okay, that Facebook database stack. What are the different NoSQL databases and SQL databases are using? Just a minute. So guys, I'll tell you that okay, which database actually Facebook uses. That's a very important question these days. Okay, because Facebook is handling a huge amount of data. I'll give you the exact stats that okay, what kind of data and what is the percentage of data a daily basis they are using and yearly basis they are using in Facebook. Okay, so it's just for knowledge point of view, guys. It's not about an interview question or something, but you should know about all these things that okay, what is NoSQL database and all those things. So let me create a new uh, slide. So NoSQL database, like what are a different, the topic is, I would say, what database actually Facebook. We know that okay, Facebook is okay, number one company in the market in terms of social networking. So what DB database, what are different databases used by Facebook use? Okay, so it's a $1 million question. I mean, $1 million question that okay, billions of people they are using. Okay, that Facebook application daily basis. We are using Facebook application in every 5 minutes. Okay, so for your wall post, you are uploading your photos, your any kind of information, your events, your group information, your live streaming, everything. You okay, lot of things you are using Facebook on Facebook, right? So your friend details, your how many friends are there, how many images you that you are uploading, and you know that okay, Facebook is the biggest repository for photos in the world. Okay, so even I have done some search, like I was just going through their Facebook development page and then what are different tools and technologies they are using with respect to databases and everything. And I got to know that, okay, these are the different database. First, obviously, as I told you, they are using both SQL and NoSQL point of view. So for SQL point of view, they are using MySQL database. Okay, the Facebook is using MySQL database. That is your again for their structured data, like okay, like their wall post. Okay, for their wall post, for their whatever the user information. Okay, we are the customer user information. If you see the news feed or timeline, okay, news feed and timeline, all these information they are storing in their SQL database, not in NoSQL database, SQL database. Okay, and they have maintained different kind of data centers. Okay, let's see, in Bangalore and we have separate data center. In US California they have different data centers. In South Asia they have different database. In Africa they have different data centers. So but all these type of information that they have wall post, user information, news feeds, timeline, everything they are storing in the form of okay, SQL database. So the SQL point of view they are using this. Okay, this is the Facebook database technology stack I'm telling you guys. Okay, after that they are using Memcache also. So what do you mean by Memcache? Memcache, I'll tell you. Okay, Memcache, it is also a kind of I would say it's a memory caching system. Okay, Memcache is memory caching system. So actually I would say that it is not it is not a kind of database. This is a memory caching system that is stores the value. I know that okay, every time I'm going to this particular page, every time that okay, I have to these kind of news feeds or this kind of page I'm searching on Facebook. So what exactly Facebook does that okay, instead of directly hitting the request to the database, Facebook knows that okay, through their machine learning or through their artificial intelligence, they stored some data in their cache. Okay, so what exactly they stores the data? in some cache system, in cache system. Okay, so cache is, I would say, is they create some runtime memory, and in that particular runtime memory they store that particular data. So instead of directly hitting the database again and again, so they don't want to waste their time, okay, and the performance of the application they want to improve, so they, some kind of data they store in the cache, okay, and then they serve the data to the customer, to us, okay, from the cache. So every time, let's see, I'm going to Naveen's profile on Facebook, okay, and again after 5 minutes again I'm going, or maybe on some page, let's see, on my Facebook professional QTP page, I'm going over there, professional Selenium page, I'm going over there, okay, or any celebrity page, I'm going again and again. In that case, what exactly Facebook does it, okay, Facebook does not send the request to a database. Facebook store that particular data from the database into a cache system, and then it serves to the customer, to you. Okay, so they are using Memcache also. So this is a second, I would say, it's not database, but it's a caching system. Okay, this caching system makes Facebook very, very fast. Because of this cache system, Facebook is becoming very fast. You know that the entire world is using Facebook. There's so many photos we are uploading, so many pictures we are seeing on a daily basis, okay, so many information they are transferring, okay, to the customer. But Facebook never goes down, Facebook, okay, never goes slow. Why? Because of their Memcache is very, very strong in that case. Okay, that's why Facebook is very fast. So second thing is they are using Memcache. Okay guys, the third one is they are using, that is again NoSQL database, that is called Haystack. Okay, that is their NoSQL database. Haystack is one of the most popular feature of the application, that the photos application, guys. Okay, they are storing the photos. Okay, so if you know that daily, I think up to date, not daily exactly, up to date, there are 15 billion photos. Okay, I would say 15 billion photos Facebook, okay, on Facebook, people, customer, they have uploaded so far on their site. Okay, so Facebook, I would say Facebook is the biggest photo sharing website, I would say. Okay, for each upload photo, Facebook generates and stores 4 images of different sizes. Okay, for each and every photo, 4 different size of image they, okay, they store in their database. Okay, it means, let's see, 15 billions are there, multiply by, I would say, multiply by 4, it means 60 billions of copy of that particular, okay, I mean 50 billion images they are using. It is equivalent to 1.5 pb, okay, which is equivalent to 1.5 pb of data is available, okay, pb of storage. This is the storage, that kind of a storage they are using. Now you can imagine what kind of data it is. Okay, 50 billion image so far, okay, Facebook users they have uploaded. And Facebook, for each and every image, they create 4 different images, 4 different duplicate images with a different size and graphics and everything. It means 50 billion multiplied by 4 is equal to 60 billion. It means 1.5 pb of storage they have used. And we can assume that the way Facebook is growing, okay, I would say 220 million photos per week we are storing on Facebook. 220 millions per week. Okay, which means 25 terabyte, I would say 25 terabyte of additional storage every week we, okay, Facebook has to consume. Okay, so they are using Haystack NoSQL technology. Okay, that is called Haystack. It store the photos and everything in the form of Haystack object. So if you ask about, if anyone asks you that, okay, what is the photo uploading and, I mean, photo storage mechanism in Facebook, they are using Haystack. Okay guys, so that is again Haystack for photos feature they are using for that. Cassandra, Facebook is widely using Cassandra, guys. Okay, what is the purpose of Cassandra? Cassandra, as I told you, okay, for the fast retrieval. Okay, for the fast retrieval point of view, they are using for the performance of the application. Okay, that is also, a major search, that whatever the fast retrieval of data from the database, okay, from NoSQL database. Cassandra is NoSQL database. But okay, I want this particular information from this particular user, how many users, how many friends we that my friend is having us, all these kind of okay, getting the data from different system and storing the data from a different system from Facebook to the Facebook database. Everything is happening through Cassandra. So this is another thing. Okay, after that we have for their internal logging, that logging at the scale of Facebook and automatically handles new logging categories as they show up. So for the multiple purpose like flexible logging, okay, internally they are using one technology is there, I never worked upon, that is called Scribe. I just heard about it. For their flexible logging, okay, system point of view, Facebook uses, okay, internally they are using Scribe for logging point of view, that okay, what are different customers, what is the exceptions and errors, and what is the total logging point of view, they are using Scribe, okay, to check, to monitor the application, everything they are using Scribe for that. Okay, one more thing that they are using, Varnish. Okay, so Varnish is that simple HTTP accelerator. Okay, it's not a database, I would say this is HTTP accelerator. Okay, HTTP accelerator. This particular tool is act as a load balancer. Okay, so this is a load balancer in Facebook, guys. See the technologies, that kind of technology they are using. Okay, it also cache the content just like Memcache does. Same thing, load balancer, that okay, if any server is down, automatically it move to the different server, and you never realize that okay, that what is happening. If five servers gets down, maybe shut down or some error or something like that, or maybe server got crashed, but when Varnish is there, that is the load balancer, automatically it switches the load from one system to another system. Okay, one DB to another DB or something like that, one server to another system. So that's why we are uploading so many pictures, so many profile pictures, billions of requests every day we are hitting on the server, on the Facebook server, everything which is handled by Varnish. So immediately after the client on the Facebook server, just before the Facebook server, Varnish is there to handle all the HTTP requests in the form of load balancer. So this is another thing, internally they are using the complete backend. Okay, another thing is they are using, very new thing is there, they have developed Hiphop. Okay, Hiphop for PHP, guys. Okay, so Hiphop for PHP is a set of PHP execution engines, because we know that okay, Facebook totally built up upon the PHP, and its Hiphop is actually built up by Facebook only. So who developed by Facebook internally. So there is a separate hip hop team is there, which is released I think in 2010. Okay, and we know that okay, because they were using some other that existing PHP engines and all those things, which is developed by some other technology guru in the market, and which is provided by the default PHP engine. But after that, 2010, they realized that okay, the way Facebook is growing, the way customer base is there on Facebook, they have created their own hip hop PHP engine they have created. Okay, so I heard, I mean, I have seen, I mean, I just read somewhere that okay, they have the CPU utilization they have increased by okay, six times they have reduced the CPU utilization. Okay, by using this hip hop. Okay, so hip hop is the PHP client they are using, which is already, I mean, which is itself developed by Facebook. Okay, so guys, these are the different tools, I mean the backend system they are using, the NoSQL and SQL database and cache system they are using, okay, in Facebook. Just for your knowledge point of view, SQL, MySQL, Memcache, Haystack for photos management and the complete to maintain the photo, and okay, for all these in point of view, Cassandra for fast retrieval from NoSQL database point of view they are using, Scribe they are using, flexible logging. Okay, so immediately they'll get to know that okay, where exactly the issue, in which region, okay, and which server, what is the issue, okay, through Scribe. And Varnish they are using as a load balancer, Hip Hop for PHP, okay, as an engine to make it more faster user client point of view and user appearance point of view, they are using Hip Hop as a PHP engine. Okay, guys, so this is all about SQL database and no, sorry, this is a type of mistake. Okay, and this is all about SQL and NoSQL database. Just for your knowledge point of view, I'm just okay, just created this particular video for you guys. If you're going any product companies, guys, you will see these kind of technologies. Okay, in Walmart, Amazon, Flipkart, okay, Ola is internally using Ola, and yeah, Ola is internally using Cassandra and MongoDB they are using, not Cassandra, sorry, MongoDB they are using. Okay, and some very good big data companies in the market like Hortonworks is the okay, they are creating the big data, they are working upon the big data technologies. Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these companies they are using Cassandra, Amazon DynamoDB. Okay, they are using all these. Google itself, they are using their own big table edge base, Apache edge base they are using. Okay, Hadoop technologies they are using. Okay, guys, so these are the different NoSQL databases for better scaling. It is very cheap, less maintenance, no schemas are there, less management, cheaper hardware. It's very systematic, simple format of data we are storing. Okay, we can save lot of time, fast read and retrieval point of view. Okay, as compared to SQL database, and especially into agile where we have daily releases, right? Daily basis we have releases, I mean weekly basis we have to change, we have to make some changes in the database immediately, and we have to deploy it without a downtime on the production. In that case, NoSQL database is the best choice as compared to SQL. The biggest problem with SQL databases like Oracle, if you want to make any, first of all you need any dedicated resource, the administrative team in Oracle, that they will make some changes, they will deploy the complete schema they have to deploy, and there are so many dependencies are there. Okay, we have to make sure that okay, Oracle on the production Oracle is not getting shut down, but it is not at all dynamic in nature, it's not flexible, it is very rigid. Okay, the flexibility kind of the kind of flexibility you will be getting in NoSQL database is amazingly good as compared to SQL databases. Okay, so that's for your knowledge point of view, guys. If you really like this video, please share with others, share this knowledge with others. And I'm pretty much sure that okay, after this video, at least you having some idea about what is NoSQL database. And at least I would advise you one thing, that along with SQL database, please learn at least one NoSQL database. Okay, NoSQL database like either DynamoDB or maybe Cassandra you can learn. Okay, Hadoop you can learn. Okay, MongoDB you can learn. At least learn some one NoSQL database. Have some knowledge about NoSQL database. If we developers they are using in your company, try to understand. You are very lucky if they are using NoSQL database. Okay, but try to learn how exactly that getting the data from NoSQL database. What is the architecture of NoSQL database in your company, in your project? So please try to learn and share with others. It will be really helpful for you, because this is the future, guys. Okay, especially in cloud, all these databases are far better than Oracle and SQL databases. Okay, so that's all for this in this video, guys. And if you really like this, please share with others, and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Okay, thank you so much, guys.